Hello YouTube, welcome to Urban School. My name is Satyendra, and in this video I will explain the linear regression. Then after that I will tell you how to use the equations and the Matlab functions for the linear regression. So let's get started. In all the types of the regression, we always have the two types of the variables. That is, first is considered as a independent variable, or it is also called as the predictor, and the other variable is called dependent, or that is the outcome. So in the further discussion we will consider the x as the independent variable and y as the outcome, that is the dependent variable. Now all of you remember or may be aware of this equation y is equals to mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the intercept. Now this equation shows the basic linear equation in the terms of x. Here x is the independent variable, while y is the outcome, that is the dependent variable, whose value depends on the value of the x. It is b, and here is the slope m. So let's say a slope of 2, somebody says there is a slope of 2. What does that mean? It means for the every unit change in x, the output will change by the 2 units in y. Now what is the really use of the regression? If you have some data of x and y, the corresponding value of the y with respect to the x, then you can predict the next outcome for some unknown value of x. This can be done if you know the mathematical relation between x and y. Then you can easily find the predictable value without doing any experiment. So this is the use of regression. Now the value of the regression, the value given by the regression is not absolutely correct. There is always some error, which error is called the random error, and it depends on the order of regression. If you choose a quadratic regression, then it will have a lesser error, while the linear regression have more error than the quadratic one. It will follow a normal distribution. Now in the linear regression we have assumed that x and y has the linear relationship. Y is distributed normally at each value of x. The variance of y at every value of x is the same, and the observations are independent. So let's say we have this kind of values of y with respect to x. On the x-axis we have the vitamin D levels. On the y-axis we have DSST scores. Now we need to find a relationship between these two quantities. Now we can perform linear regression with the help of Matlab, and we will find a very fine result like this. So this line will give me a function. On the both sides of this line you will find the normal distribution of the value of y and x. Although all the values are not correct, but it will give an approximate value. Now let's see how to do all these things in Matlab. I am going to make a script file upon which calling we can solve the regression. So first of all, in a new edit file, okay, define a function. The output will be a0 and a1. Let's say linear regression is the name of the function, and it will take the value of x and y. This will be the input for this function. Now Now before we go further, let's have a look on the formula of finding the value of a0 and a1. Y is equals to a0 plus a1 into x. This is the formula of finding the linear regression. This is same as it is y is equals to mx plus c. So now we need to find the value of a1 and a0. So there is a formula for finding the value of a0 and a1, which is like that, like here. Now we need to perform these operations in Matlab. So let's go back to Matlab. In order to save your time, I have already performed it. I have already written the function in the script here. So let's take a look. This is my function a0 and a1 having the linear regression. So linear regression x and y. First of all, calculate the length of the vector x, and it will be stored back into the n. Then again choose a variable a1, which will be the coefficient of the x in the main equation. It is according to formula, it will be n times the multiplication of sum of x and y. Now here comes the concept of dot product here. If you do not use the dot here, this dot here, then Matlab will consider it as a Matlab multiplication or matrix multiplication. But if you use this dot here, then it will perform a element by element multiplication. So which is required here? Minus the sum of x into the sum of y divided by, according to the formula you can do it. Now the dot perform the same function here also, that is it will perform the square of each element in the matrix x. Now again in the formula of y, we will take the mean of y minus a times of mean of x. Now let's try to run it in Matlab. I have a value of x is equals to a matrix of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 or 6. Now corresponding to x, I have the observation of y 1, 4, 9, 16, 25 and 36. So this will give me a parabolic equation. So now I have the value of x and y. Now I will pass these values to the function linear regression. Passing the value x and y, it will give me the value of a1, a0 and the finally answer. Now if I want to plot this values, then I can plot y versus x. So here is the equation of parabola. Y square is equals to 4ax. Have a look on the script again, because it is very important here. So we have learned the 3 or 4 things. First of all, element by element operation, of matrices, that is by using this dot. Second, what is linear regression? Third thing, how to define a function. Fourth, how to write script in Matlab. Fifth, how to do plotting. In order to learn more on linear regression, follow my website www.urbanschool.in. You can mail me your queries at my mail address. One more thing, the PPT used in this video is not mine. I have downloaded from some random source and do some editing, so thanks to that guy. And again, do not forget to subscribe my channel, and do not forget to post your valuable comments to keep me updated. Thanks for listening me. See you in the next video.